you ready for some fun in your sewing space? Welcome to the world of Arrow Sewing. Hydraulic chairs are a must for extreme comfort while sewing. Features include adjustable height, 360-degree swivel, perfect lumbar support, and a stable 5-star base. They even have a storage compartment in the seat. The Arrow cutting and sewing cabinets open up to give you plenty of creative space, plus handy storage solutions. These amazing cabinets come in 3 different finishes to complement any decor. Extension arms and multi-position hydraulic sewing lifts for free arm and flatbed sewing are just a few of their outstanding features. Cabinets provide storage along with extra space for cutting and pressing. No matter the project, Arrow Sewing Furniture is perfect to help you sit, stand, cut, sew, serge, and create. Happy sewing!
I'm Jill from June Taylor with my favorite tool in my quilter's toolbox, the cut and press. You can do all your rotary cutting on one side and all your pressing and squaring on the other. The cutting mat side features a hard surface mat with a texture on. That's going to prevent your blade from cutting into the mat, keeping your blades sharper longer. You'll notice that the markings for your inches is outside the cutting grid, so it's easy to line up your fabric and you don't have to lift it up to see where your rule markings are. When we flip it over, we have the pressing side. And this is great for general pressing, so you can just go ahead and as you're quilting, do your pressing like this. But it's also great for squaring. So many times people will cut their blocks to square them, but now you can actually lay your block right on the grid to square it up. You can also pin into this, so you can use it to square up your needlework or even your cross stitch.
ultimate fabric cutting experience, you need the Go Big in your sewing space. This all-electric fabric cutter is hands-free, making it the cutter for those with physical limitations. The Go Big is safe, easy to use, and is compatible with every die in our Go collection. That's more than 250 dies. The wide opening allows you to run 2 6-inch wide dies through at once, upping your efficiency and lowering your cutting time. Though it's our widest Go cutter, the Go Big is still portable and features a handle to make it easy to store or travel with. When you buy the Go Big electric starter set, you get the Go Big fabric cutter, the 3x6-inch finish Go Flying Geese die, a cutting mat, and 5 fabulous patterns. Look at some of these beautiful projects you can create with a Go Big. The Go Big has all the perks of AccuQuilt's amazing Go product line with none of the manual work. Don't give up your quilting craft. Go Big. AccuQuilt, because cutting time means quilting more. Welcome to today's launch party for this month's Die to Try Series Die. We're sure to have smooth sailing, so come aboard and join the fun. Welcome aboard, quilters. We're going to have such a great die launching today, and it's one that you have requested over and over again. Now, you might have noticed that I am steering the ship on my own today. Both Lynn and Erica are taking some time off, but don't worry. I've got my team here in the studio to help me keep on track and make sure that not only I share the great die, but a boatload of fun projects, inspiration galore, and some prizes too. Plus, I've got experts Barbara Harper and Tammy White standing by to lend me a hand. So let's set sail and not wait any longer. Let's see our new die. Ahoy, quilters! The Go Lighthouse die is ready to guide you to your next quilting project. This nautical applique die is on a 6x12 die board, which means it will work with any Go cutter, including the Go Me. It features 9 unique shapes that together will make a 3¼ by 8-inch lighthouse. You'll soon be creating fun coastal projects like table runners and throw quilts with ease. Bring a touch of the sea to kitchen projects like tea towels and oven mitts, or whip up some classic bibs to keep those little ones ship-shape. Free downloadable outline embroidery in your choice of a satin, blanket, or motif stitches provides extra value and gives your project a professional finish. Let your imagination set sail when you combine the Go Lighthouse with the Go Nautical Medley and the Go Sea Life Medley for plenty of beachy fun. You can also cut materials like cardstock, felt, and craft foam to create no-sew projects and crafts with the ease of an ocean breeze. So sit back and relax. The Go Lighthouse is here to lead you to quilting and crafting bliss, because at AccuQuilt we help you cut time so you can quilt and craft more. All right, quilters, the Lighthouse die, so many of you have requested this die. Let's take a closer look. First of all, the shapes are on a 6x12 die board, so it's going to fit through all of our cutters, including the Go Me. Now this is perfect for coastal or seashore projects. The die has 9 distinct shapes that would be so difficult to cut by hand. Not only can you cut pre-fused cotton, but felt, craft foam, and more. Think about using batiks and pairing this die with the Go Storm at Sea or the Go Sea Life Medley and more. All right, so let's cut some shapes. Typically, quilters, I would use pre-fused cotton. You can cut up to 4 layers at a time, but today I'm gonna use a little craft foam because that's kind of fun. So here is the top of our lighthouse, and here are the door for the lighthouse. Here's the lighthouse body, and these are kind of the stripes that go on the lighthouse, and this is the little window here at the top. So I'm just going to use, I only use 1 layer of craft foam at a time. So I've just kind of pre-cut my craft foam. Want to make sure it's over all the shapes. I'm going to put a 6x12 cutting mat on top. And remember, this is going to fit through all of our cutters, including the Go Me, but today I'm going to use our Go Big. So here we go. Look, quilters, sitting right here on our new Go Big die catcher. Let's talk about it for a minute. Look how easy it folds. It just pulls out. It's a platform that fits right underneath your Go Big. You can open it up, and inside you can put your power brick here, and your cords for your Go Big can go through either side. And then all you're gonna do, let's do it the right way, there we go, is put the top back on. And this platform makes it so you don't have to catch the die at the other side, or it just makes it smoother as it goes through. All right, so quilters, let's take a look at our lighthouse shapes. Here we go. Slide that mat, don't lift. Oh, look. Gonna build out our little lighthouse. Here's the top, and here's the bottom. We're gonna put this piece in the center. And then here's the window. Look at how fun this is. And what a fun, great project die to use on pillows or placemats. Let's see here. This comes down here. And this goes in the center there. Ta-da! All right, quilters. I just think this is such a fun, easy project die. Again, great for kids, great for crafting, great to mix and match with other dies. All right, now that we've taken a look at our Go Lighthouse die, it's time to introduce our first expert. For today's show, we've challenged 2 of our experts to dream up some different ways to showcase the Go Lighthouse die. Barbara Harper is a quilter, seamstress, and teacher who has made hundreds of quilts and has owned her Go for 10 years. She credits much of her award-winning quilt success to the accurate cuts her system provides. Barbara began sewing as a child with her grandmother and enjoys creating quilts for the special people in her life. She is particularly passionate about teaching others to sew. She uses traditional, modern, and original quilt designs to build confidence and skills in her students. Our next expert is Tammy White. Tammy's corporate career as a cost engineer has taken her to many states and allowed her to experience quilting in many different American cultures. She has learned new techniques from local and international quilters. Tammy taught quilting through guilds and quilt shops and has shared her passion with others. Tammy's love of quilting started 40 years ago when she made her first quilt for her baby daughter. She has used the AccuQuilt cutting system since 2009, and she makes about 10 to 15 quilts a year. All right, I think it's time to check in with our experts to see what they've come up with. Barbara, what do you have so far?
Hi, Pam. Wow, this new Lighthouse die is going to be a lot of fun. Look at these shapes, and you know I use the shapes on my die for a lot of other things than what they're meant to be for. To start out, what about some glasses? This could be a glass of beer, and that could be a glass vase or crystal vase where you could add flowers. So that gives you another element when you're doing applique. Now, I took the different shapes, put them together, and made a fire hydrant. I simply used sticky back and put my pieces in place, and then I zigzagged all over it to hold it down. So I got a cute little fire hydrant. Other things I used my die for is a stencil. And in this case, I'm doing some glass etching. Not sure if you can see that very well or not. I use them for stencils to stencil on all kinds of stuff. I think in the past you saw I made a doormat. This is an old barnwood, and I've got a cow, and so this is the negative space, and I can use it for a stencil. I make my own stamps. In this case, I made a little fire hydrant stamp, roll my paint on, and then I can use my stencil for stamps. The funnest thing I've done recently is I used the cutouts, and I put them on fabric, and then I put paint over it. This is watered down acrylic paint, and then I put them out in the sun to do sun painting. You did it as a kid with leaves and flowers on paper. You can do it on fabric as well. In this case, I used the negative space of my Lighthouse die. Here's another one. This was a lot of fun. Just don't do it on a windy day. And then here's some more. The longer you leave them, the more intense it is. And so I came up with this. You can see the different outlines. I didn't leave them on very long. And then I appliqued the lighthouse on here. These shapes can be used for a lot of different things. What about a flower that's got 8 petals on it? I used some circle dies in the center. Or over here, I made one with 6 blades, and I think this kind of looks like a windmill. I used the top of the lighthouse here, and then the little window in that section. 32 of these little lighthouses sewn together make a circle, so that opens up a lot of possibility. I'm going to go back and start my project, surprise you with something unique.
Oh, that Barbara Harper is so clever, making a little fire hydrant out of our lighthouse. So let me show you how Barbara did that. I've cut already some pieces of the top of the lighthouse and the little window, and I'm going to use a smaller mat. Remember, quilters, it's only going to cut where there is fabric or felt or foam and a mat, so we don't have to worry about the rest of our die. Run it through.
right, give it a little love. Slide our mat, don't lift. I think this would be super fun. I don't know if you know this, but craft foam, when it gets wet, it sticks to the walls of the bathtub. So you could have whole bunches of lighthouses in your bathtubs. All right, so here's how she built her little fire plug. She used the top of the lighthouse and then the 2 window sections. Here we go. And then the bottom of her lighthouse. Okay, see how it's looking like a fire hydrant? And then she just used the windows for the sides. I think that is super cute. So imagine pairing it up with our Go Scotty die or Go Dog die. I just think it's so fun to think outside the box. All right, I can't wait to see what Tammy comes up with, but first, let's give away a Go Lighthouse die to a lucky viewer who registered for today's show. All right, quilters, our first lucky winner of a Go Lighthouse die is, drum roll please, Diane N. of Frisco, Texas. Congratulations, Diane. You're gonna have so much fun with this die. All right, quilters, I think it's time to check out the ideas our other expert has come up with. Tammy, what do you have for us?
Well, hey ladies, great to be back with everyone again today. Thanks for letting me play with yet another fantastic AccuQuilt applique die. I do like to do a lot of applique, and this die is just top of the notch. I really like it because it incorporates well with a lot of the different applique dies we already have and a lot of the blocks, so it's very nautical, and it incorporate great into some more male, masculine quilts for the guys in our lives. Lots of flowers and stuff we have, but this really goes in the opposite direction, and I really like that. The other thing too I like about this is the die has all your different little parts and pieces to it, so they're optional, right? So here's your lighthouse here, but then your stripes for the lighthouse you can use or not use. So it's totally up to you how you want to put this thing together. So I gave it a run and tried out the lighthouse, and I just did just the lighthouse. I didn't do the horizontal stripes on this one, and it sewed out beautifully. AccuQuilt does such a great job on making sure all their pieces fit together properly, and the digital downloads for your embroidery machines are spot on. So I made this really fun little eyeglass carrier for the car. It hooks into the little hook in the car so we don't lose our swapping out sunglasses and eyeglasses in the car. So this is one thing I did like, I needed, so I made one. I like to do landscaping too, and so here's a little landscape I did. 1.5 inch blocks turned out, 1.5 inch cut turned into 1 inch pieces. So I've got my sky and my oceans and my lighthouse, but then I got my little carriage keeper's house, and I used the home die. So I also used just the singular lighthouse with a printed fabric, so it gives it a really cool brick look to this lighthouse. So again, great job on the pieces that fit together nicely. So you know, it's that time of year when all the summer stuff's starting to go on sale, so I picked me up some 4th of July placemats, and they just happen to be blue, and they've got little white stripes through it, so it looks a little oceany. And so I added the lighthouses onto the let me get you both of them up here. I added the lighthouses onto, and I made a set of 4, and I reversed, you can see I reversed the stripes, so white background, red stripes, red background, white stripes, gray roof, black roof. So it's kind of fun to mix and match. So I made me a really nice fun pair of placemats. Now there's so many dies that can go with this. The possibilities truthfully are endless, but I was thinking about this last night, and so I didn't have time to do another one, but I love this. I absolutely love this die. And wouldn't it be fun to take the Mariner's Compass and put lighthouses all the way around it? I'm gonna have to make this quilt now. Put lighthouses all the way around it, and replicate the colors of all the lighthouses on the East Coast, or all the lighthouses on the West Coast, or all the lighthouses that are in Iceland. So again, this is a very versatile applique, well done AccuQuilt, and I'll be back in just a little bit with my final project.
Oh, Tammy, I love the idea of placemats, especially now that they're on clearance. Think about using them on other projects as well. You could put them on aprons, or oven mitts. And the Go Mariner's Compass die and all the lighthouses around it, brilliant. All right, quilters, we've seen some inspiration, so let's give away another Go Lighthouse die to a lucky viewer who registered for today's show. The second lucky winner is, drum roll please, Melissa J. of Walter, Oklahoma. Congratulations. All right, quilters, since this is an applique die, of course we have a boatload of embroidery designs for you. Remember, every applique die comes with free embroidery designs. And let's pull them out for you here. So we have a motif stitch. Here, I can move my little lighthouse. A motif stitch, a blanket stitch, and then the satin stitch. So look at how fun that is. And I think if you're doing projects like tea towels or placemats or things that you're gonna wash, for sure, you want to use the satin stitch. But I kind of like the motif stitch. It kind of gives it a little bit of a different vibe, okay? Now we also have some for purchase embroidery files. The first one is called the Go Lighthouse Scene Embroidery 1, Lighthouse Scene 1 by our good friends at V-Stitch. So here's the lighthouse and look at the pretty little clouds. This actually is my favorite part of this because the light just looks like a little star right there. And then you'll notice down here this little cottage for the lighthouse keeper. This is small houses. All right, here is Lighthouse Scene 2, again by V-Stitch. And this one is so fun because it doesn't have the little stripes along it, but it does have rocks and a little boat in the distance, little seagulls. Look at how pretty that is. All right, we have another scene number 3 from V-Stitch. So here is the lighthouse, and again, I love how they make that light there in the center. And this is the anchor from Nautical Medley. And the cute little star. Again, I'm loving the little rocks along the way. And listen, you're gonna love this one. This is Lighthouse Scene 4 by our good friends at V-Stitch, and it has Christmas. And again, the little rocks and the tree, these are all embroidery designs. And again, the light and the clouds, it's just beautiful. We also have additional for purchase embroidery designs. Check them out on the AccuQuilt website. All right, now that we've seen some embroidery, let's reveal today's final projects. I wonder what our experts have come up with. Barbara, what do you have?
Well, here's my project. As I said, 32 of these sewn together will make a circle. So 8 of them make a quarter circle. So I started out with the whole cloth, found the center, put a pineapple block in the center, and then these are chains of 8 of the lighthouse. And then on the corners, I made a second pineapple block and cut it in fourths. I put the whole thing down using some of my June Taylor glue, and then I appliqued them on in place and then quilted it. So it's kind of a whole cloth quilt or design, and I used the pineapple die and the new lighthouse. I hope you like it.
All right, way to think outside the box, Barbara. Now, Barbara used this section of the lighthouse, which looks like a wedge. And because of that, she was able to sew them together into a section that has a curve. The center of her project is the Go Pineapple die, which I love, one of my favorites. It finishes to 10 inches. And then for the corners, she cut it in fourths and then just used the corner sections for her project. I just think it's brilliant. Then Barbara used June Taylor fabric glue to secure her pieces, and then you could stitch over the top, you could do kind of a wandering stitch, whatever you want to do. Sometimes when we think about embroidery, we think that it has to always go over the edge, but this gives you the chance to actually take these applique shapes and kind of do whatever stitching you want on top. I love it. All right, Tammy, let's see your final project.
Hey ladies, I'm back with my final project. I made a fun bench pillow with the Lighthouse die, but I also incorporated the snail's trail into it, and it turned out to be pretty fun. And I cut the fabric out of some unique fabrics, and I also pieced the black and white one on a diagonal before I even cut it out. So really fun die to get really creative with.
Oh, Erica is gonna love that project because it has a good bench pillow. Now, Tammy used the Go Snail's Trail die to make her alternate blocks. And of course, those blocks look like waves on the sea. So we have the Go Snail's Trail die comes in 2 versions. It comes in the Go version, which finishes to 8 inches. Or if you want it bigger and you have a Go Big fabric cutter, you can get the Go Big Snail's Trail, and it will make a 12-inch block. So I think both of our experts did such a great job thinking outside the box, thinking fun projects, thinking coastal lighthouses. It's perfect. All right, quilters, since I'm the only captain of this ship today, I don't have to worry about the Gibney taking her favorite project from our trunk show. So let's take a look at today's trunk show. Okay, first of all, we have, this is so cute. Okay, this is the Let It Shine Lighthouse tea towel and oven mitt by Brianna Roberts of So Cute and Quirky, and she used Benetrex fabric. And look at how fun this is and how great they go together. And Brianna used our half hexagon die to create kind of the sandy beach here for our tea towel. And look at how fun. This would be a great gift for somebody who owns like a beach house or a lake house, just really cute. All right, I'm liking those. Next, we have the Go Lighthouse Bluff Throw Quilt by Marianne Fontana of Fontana Originals, and Marianne used Northcott fabrics. And this is so fun because look, she just used half square triangles for the background to create kind of this great nautical theme, this beach theme. So here, I'm gonna lay it down here so we can look at it. And this is super cute because the blues change to dark, and then here's the sun. And she used 3 of our lighthouses, and she used that blanket stitch. And then these, let's see what size she used here. She used 3-inch finished half square triangles and 3-inch finished quarter square triangles right here to make those projects. I love this. And then she did kind of a wavy quilting. This would be a really fast and easy weekend project. Quilters, do you have a new baby in your family or friends who have new babies? We have the perfect project for you. These are the Go Come Sail Away Baby Bibs by Amanda Harward of Larkspur Quilts. And Amanda used our June Taylor Quilt As You Go bibs to create these. So they're just gonna use strips for the background. And then she appliqued the lighthouse and the boat and the anchor from the nautical medley dies. What a fun, easy Quilt As You Go project. Now these have Velcro up here, but you could also use a grommet and make a snap. Really fun. All right, next we have the Go Lighthouse Table Runner by Lissa LaGreca of Lovingly Lissa. And look at how fun this is. So Lissa actually used our Go Storm at Sea die to create the outer blocks. And then, of course, we have the lighthouse, and from the nautical medley, we have the ship's wheel. And I love how she turned some of them upside down so that all along the table, everybody could see right side up. This is a perfect weekend project. And look, how fun the back has seashells with little pearls in it, oyster shells. Well, all of these patterns are available as free downloads from the AccuQuilt website. Be sure to download your pattern before your die arrives so you'll be all ready to go. And since no one's here to choose, I think I'm gonna take them all with me. They were super, super cute, just in time for summer. All right, let's check the fabric mailbox. I keep getting rid of my pieces here. I'm gonna move them. All right, our good friends at Robert Kaufman, oh my goodness, have provided fabric for us to give away. Look at this. These are Kona solids. And they are fat quarter bundles that are perfect. Look at how many colors you get. You could make a whole quilt with these fabrics. Wow. All right. We're giving away 2 Kona Solid bundles to 2 lucky winners. The first winner of a selection of fabric is, drumroll please, Judy D. of Laguna Woods, California. Congratulations. And our second winner, who's also receiving a fat quarter bundle, is, drumroll please, Susan C. of Lidditz, Pennsylvania. Congratulations. Oh, listen, I want to give a huge shout out to Robert Kaufman for sponsoring today's show. Our quilters, you could make an entire quilt with these fat quarter bundles. All right, quilters, we have tons of great deals available for you on our website. To get your order in, open a new tab in your browser, type in accuquilt.com/party to go to the site, see the offers, and place your order. Don't forget, this is the August die to try. It's only available from accuquilt.com or from your local AccuQuilt retailer. All right, it's time for me to get ready for the next show. I hope today's trunk show is just what you needed to inspire you for your next project. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching our show. Be sure to follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and look for live events every Tuesday and Wednesday.
You can visit the events page on AccuQuilt's website for more details on upcoming shows. And while you're there, check out the blog for tips, tricks, tutorials, and inspiration galore.
And remember, at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time
so you can quilt more.
Be sure to join me every Wednesday at 12 noon Central Time for AccuQuilt Live. We have tons of fun. Tomorrow, we are starting the AQS AccuQuilt Along. It's going to be tons of fun.